Yeah, okay.
Right, hello, welcome. Another interview with Ryan Balkwill, author of RDB Reviews.
Episode 39.
39, cool.
Yeah. And by the way, you see my background at the moment. Starting my Christmas, we got Christmas stuff out, but not really put together.
No, it looks fantastic, Ryan. Bit of Christmas.
But we are still ongoing at the moment.
Fantastic. We hope it builds up.
I know we're doing a few Bibles only this week.
Yeah, please, give us a tour of your... Oh, wow.
There we are.
Beautiful, Ryan.
Yeah.
Very lovingly dressed up with stuff. We've got one at the cafe, which you will have seen. Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, go show this magnificent train.
Of course. Oh, wow.
Here's the train.
That's so cool.
Oh, no.
I love the lit up tracks. That's very Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
Spirited Away. Wonderful, Ryan.
Thank you very much. Now, that's sorted. Let's get to our scheduled program.
Okay.
And that is to our review today.
Yeah.
The first one we discussed this last week was Batman, Death in the Family.
Batman, Death in the Family. This is graphic.
Yeah. Right, Death in the Family.
Death in the Family, Batman. So this is action animation drama directed by Brandon Vietti and written by him as well, based on characters from DC, Batman. So this is a comic originally.
Yeah, this is like an adapted to this first animated interactive movie.
Interactive part there, Ryan, I'd like to catch up on, but shall I read the plot very quickly?
Go on, be my guest.
Thank you. Okay, so in this very first interactive animated DC movie, you get to decide the direction Jason Todd's fate. That kind of answers that. Ryan was looking forward to this film for the interactive realm for this first time. It was a mixed bag. In the prose, the intriguing part about the film, you get to decide Jason Todd's fate in plenty of different ways. I admire trying something new with their DC animated film. I was surprised to see appearances of many members of the Bat family in the film, and the voice acting is great. Disappointingly long. A lot of these alternate endings or outcomes should be in their own separate movies, and a few of these stories don't get time to develop and give a chance to unfold. Mixed bag with the interactivity. It has ups and downs.
Yeah, it doesn't get interactive that much. Basically, it's like just a glorified clip show, clip movie. It's like, it started to get really good, but then it just abruptly just finished. Like, boom, this one, like, out of nowhere, you go die, this person fades, and boom, that's what happens. Like, it doesn't, like, land an impact with you.
Okay, you don't feel like you've interacted a great deal. You've just made a choice and then it's gone somewhere.
Yeah, exactly, and moved on to the next one. And the next one is like, each of these ultimate endings should be their own, like, ultimate movies should be their own, like Jason's old solo films, which I leave that to those who experience that for themselves. And maybe you may think, you know what, this is actually a good idea. Why did they just make like a Jason's old solo film out of this?
I was just going to ask, maybe he's not popular enough for them to do lots of versions of Jason Todd. I mean, the whole point of this story, I'll just try and give a bit of backstory because the plot doesn't really cover it. So in the comic, Joker kidnaps Jason Todd, who is the Robin at the time. Dick Grayson has moved on to become Nightwing, and Batman has taken on a new Robin. Now, the fans didn't like this. They didn't like Jason Todd, and DC gave the fans a choice about whether the Joker should kill Jason Todd or whether Batman should rescue him. And the fans chose, I think this is in the 1970s, they chose that he should die.
Yeah, and I think this film plays around with that idea.
Right, so it gives a new generation a choice about whether Jason Todd should survive, and people don't seem to like him very much. So.
Yeah, but what happens in the actual interactive movie, I'll say that from spoilers.
Yeah, good call, Ryan. So you have a choice when you get to it. Do you have like 10 seconds to make a decision, or how does it work?
Well, yeah, like you do have like those that lowering down bars, like make a decision. Either isn't like there is there, but something happened to Batman, or just fake his own death.
Right.
Either kill Jason or fake his death, or he managed to survive. Or in the other round, either kill Joker or just leave him alone.
What would you do, Ryan? Or what did you do?
Well, I just killed me the first time when I played it. I would just probably just kill the Joker.
Right, okay.
I just let the police arrest me.
So you're playing Batman, I suppose. You're making a decision from Batman's point of view?
Well, yeah. With these, I think it's different. I think it depends how you want the film to play out as in 3 different ways.
Yeah, because I don't know the original story. I get what it is in the comic books is the Joker blows up Jason Todd. He's tied up in a warehouse and the warehouse blows up and Batman can't get there in time. But they only did that because the fans decided that should be the case. So they obviously had this plot where Batman does rescue Jason in time, but the fans went, no.
Oh yeah, but if you see each of the Jason Todd narration, I think most of the first Jason Todd, I think you can see it under how each of Jason Todd takes in this film. It makes you think to yourself, you know what, this can work as like a Jason Todd solo movie.
Okay, I mean, if it's just like, because you said it was
about in your own mind.
It was a series of clips, so it doesn't sound like it's got much narrative potential in lots of movies because you know where it's going all the while. So.
Yeah, but when you're watching unfold, each one of them unfold. Why do they like do something like this? Jason Todd questioned Gotham of like, what, just kill everyone instead of just waiting Batman for like to beat them out and send them in prison.
Okay, it sounds to be at that point before you can really think about the decision to make, to have watched it, and then you get to a point you're like, I have a choice. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and like I said, there's been like a lot of cameos, guest appearances by pretty much every character. If you from Under the Red Hood or from familiar ones like Commissioner Gordon, Nightwing, of course. Nightwing doing some hard in the movie. And like Wonder Woman, Superman. Probably just there for a quick few cameos.
I think it's quite funny that they throw in all these superheroes and none of them can save Jason Todd from the Joker, who's basically just a bloke. He's not got any powers. He's just mad.
Like Batman.
So it almost, for me, if you're looking at the brand of DC, this totally undercuts your superheroes because you can say you were all there. How come none of you combined could save him?
Well, I'm a think of it. That's why I think Marvel's got the head of him because most of them are not like godlike. They're like damaged human beings what to do the right thing. Like Iron Man, being playboys and randomers in a metal suit to save people for being a celebrity. Captain America, a Boy Scout from World War II, who is now in the present day. Black Widow, a super spy. The Incredible Hulk, aka Bruce Banner, the God of Thunder 4 from North Mythology. Hawkeye. He's just a guy who shoots bow and arrows for a living. Yeah.
Always gets the short straw, the short arrow. But as you say, Wonder Woman and Superman combined. I mean, what can stop that? You know, this has been my rant for a few weeks now. Is Superman is too powerful, and I don't find him interesting as a result, because he can do everything.
Well, yeah, but he does shows up in it. Not as Superman, just regular Clark Kent.
Okay.
But you will probably see the clip on YouTube, or probably you might just wait to see it for yourself.
I think we have a trailer to play at the end of our interview as the video suggestion. So I'm going to make it the trailer for this intro, Death in the Family, so people can get an idea of what it's like. Because still don't really grasp it, Ryan. It makes me think of Resident Evil 2. Bear with me. There are bits of the game where the big monster suddenly jumps through the ceiling and then the game freezes and it gives you this choice. It says, do you fight the monster or run away? And it's terrifying because you're like, what's the best thing to do? I don't know. Do I fight him now or do I run away and fight him later? The point is you're playing that character all the time. So you're making a decision about what you think is your life. I don't get making choices about this movie. If you're watching the movie for an hour and then suddenly it says, do you want this to happen? I'd be like, I want the movie to keep playing.
Well, yeah, but also it made like a very enjoyable experience.
That's good. I can't understand how. That's the thing. I need to watch the movie to understand how the interactivity works. Because I get it if you're playing a game and then they give you a choice because you're already interacting with it. But if this is the only interaction that the film offers, it sounds a bit cheap.
Yeah, but pretty much like a Black Mirror.
Okay, I've not seen much Black Mirror. I don't know if they give you interactors.
I only seen the one movie, which was like 2-3 years ago. That's it.
This is the Charlie Brooker written kind of Twilight Zone thing, isn't it? Black Mirror.
Yeah. Indeed.
We were talking about, I had this idea when I watched Jurassic Park back in the 90s, that there should be an interactive way to play that you should have a choice about whether you get rid of the flare or you whatever. I remember thinking that as a 12-year-old. And then you were telling me that there was a Jurassic Park interactive thing.
No. Oh, yeah, I think there was like one of the really old games.
Oh, it was a game. Okay, I wasn't sure if they did like a movie, choose happens next. You have like, it stops and the plot will ask, do you want Malcolm to do this or do you want Grant to do this? And I remember having that thought as a kid and thinking it was a cool idea, but as an adult, I'm not so sure now.
Well, that's the thing I was gonna bring up as well, is I admire the motivation of DC trying something different with their animated property than probably other animated movies won't go to.
Absolutely, it's a risk, and maybe they'll get better at it. Maybe this is the tester, and they'll learn from the public interaction what to tweak. Yeah.
But I've been watching some of Roddy's ultimate takes on the story with Jason. I'm like, this makes a very interesting Jason Todd like live action solo film, like a spin-off.
Giving you an interest in that character.
Yeah, I was like, like made you like interested.
Good. I mean, maybe they'll run with that road. Maybe if enough people are like, who's Jason Todd? They will make more about him.
Should they, like, Jason Todd be reintroduced back to the Bat family again? Or be like the vigilante Red Hood?
I just feel like, Ryan, the title kind of gives it away. I mean, you can't have it called Death in the Family and there he is dead, and then have him not die. He kind of, it's like Kill Bill. But I
can see what you mean there. Yeah.
Whatever. I'm glad I'm not running DC. It must be tough making decisions.
Yeah, but I feel like it's an fascinating, like, interesting, like, film. But I guess we had to see in a couple of years, prior, very soon.
Okay, so Ryan saw this on Blu-ray, and that's possibly where you can get it easier than DC.
Yeah, I think the DVD version, I think you just got the actual Death in the Family movie. But on the Blu-ray, you just got the interactive stuff.
Oh, right. Okay, so the Blu-ray is where you'll find the interactivity.
Yes, indeed. So that's my feel about the Batman Death in the Family.
Cool, thank you, Ryan. That's really interesting, because like you say, they're trying something new.
Yeah, but we had to see actress audience.
Yeah.
Right, the next one we're going to talk about is the new Megan Fox movie.
Yeah.
Well, one smoking hot Megan Fox.
Megan Fox, looking like she's out of Jerry Bruckheimer film.
Yeah.
Like Black Hawk Down or something.
Yeah, pretty much like that, yeah.
Gotcha. When the hunter becomes the prey. So we've got in the background, it's all about Megan Fox and her gun, but in the background is a little lion and a tree.
Yeah, which I thought it was really bad.
Okay, brilliant. This is directed by MJ Bassett and written by them as well. And the plot: a battle-hardened mercenary leads a team of soldiers on a daring mission to rescue hostages in remote Africa, hence the lion and the tree. I was looking forward to this film only because of Megan Fox. Good and honest there, Ryan. This was really bad. In the pros, seeing Megan Fox step into herself in the land of fire. In the third act of the film, I enjoyed giggling to the amusing moments of joy. In the cons, the camera was so shaky.
Yeah.
Camera was so shaky. The CG lions are not that convincing. They are ripping everyone to shreds. The characters didn't get enough development to care for them. And when the movie regressed, I got lost in what's going on in the film. So it's not really, it's just a bad film, should we just say?
Yes.
I'm not impressed by the cover at all.
Which is very sad because I was actually rooting for Megan Fox in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like, I hope I'm not being sexist here. It's a bit like, is it one of the Bond movies where she's like, I'm a physicist. And you're like, no, you're not. I don't believe Megan
Fox. I see what you mean with Tommy Bond.
It's the Tomorrow Never Dies one where you've got like basically a supermodel who's like, I'm an astrophysicist. And you're like, no, I don't believe that Megan Fox is a mercenary. It doesn't play. She can dress and she can hold the gun, but it doesn't work for me.
No. I did like this is the bit when I said about the third act.
Okay. I
do give her credit when she like trying to extract the lion from trying to eat these kidnapped victims from these Mongolian like baddies.
Right.
And try to like get them to safety. And I'm impressed like with her, like decided to like, you know what, I'm taking this lion down.
The CGI lion.
Yeah, which is also the CGI lions.
It must be tough to do a lion in CG and make it look realistic. I've still not seen Lion King, the Disney, but if you're doing it with live action people as well, it's never going to look correct. Yeah.
But at least the Lion King movie, at least it's like all done in a computer animation.
One or the other, not trying to blend the two.
Instead of blend the two, no. And I felt so disappointed with Megan Fox. For me, I grew up with being actually supporter of Megan Fox.
Watching her behind, yeah.
Yeah, which are accessible, yes.
Yeah.
when I was like in my teenage years, said the first Transformers movie.
Yeah, which is why it's hard for me to grasp that she could be anything but an object for Michael Bay to put in front of the camera. No offense to her. I'm sure she's got acting power. I just don't, she can't suddenly be like, I'm a mercenary. No, you're not. You're a sexual object in Michael Bay movies.
Oh yeah, or probably that's just Hollywood's way of no idea of marketing people.
Yeah.
So
Another
marketing people for their talents instead of marketing them for their looks.
Well, that's it's not what the branding for Megan Fox has been. It's not what you would expect to see her in. But as well, the poster just feels really, it makes me think of Rambo 2, which is one of these films where he just goes to some place in the world and rescues American soldiers. And it doesn't have any basis in reality. And this, if she's rescuing African people, where are the African people? All I see is a lion, a tree, and a giant, what looks like a 20-foot Megan Fox walking through Africa with a big gun. It doesn't, like, they can't even promote the film properly for what it's supposed to be.
I think that's also like meant to be like a lower tier, like independent film.
It's just a really bad poster, Ryan. When the hunter becomes the prey, it makes it look like she's a game hunter and she's hunting lions and the lion is in her. But the plot says that she's rescuing Africans from something. So it just doesn't make sense. It's not very well put together on the surface. So I imagine the film is just as bad.
Probably with films like these, I can't help but like good about this, but at some point I had to just let go. Just be honest with this film.
So I assume that's us done with Megan Fox Rogue.
Yeah, now it's up to New Mutants.
New Mutants, cool. This is one I've heard of. So New Mutants.
Yeah. The last X-Men.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard that before. Horror, action, and adventure is what Ryan has written for the genre for this movie. Directed by Josh Boone, written by Josh Boone and Nat Lee. Based on New Mutants by Chris Claremont and Bob McLeod. 5 young mutants, just discovering their abilities while held in a secret facility against their will, fight to escape their past sins and save themselves. Ryan was intrigued with the horror film set in the last main of the 20th Century Fox universe. The film is all right. In the prose, it does stand out to me being very different other superhero movies I've seen. The 5 main characters are pretty engaging, and some of the horror scenes are pretty well executed. In the cons, the film is too short, and also it doesn't know what it wants to be. The action's very limited. A lot of excitement for this film gone to hell because of multiple delays and reshoots, and it's a shame we're going to see this adaptation of these mutants in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So they're not connected to MCU in a wider way.
No.
Okay, because I never thought X-Men were. I know Spider-Man has made his way into that now.
Yeah, and I think this is like a big thing with this film, which I'll probably go on with. And that is, they did it because they don't want to like tie it in the 20th Century Fox X-Men universe with the MCU, or they're like too complete because most of the X-Men are probably from different timelines.
So this is, it sounds like just a horror film, just a straight up horror movie about the facility that they're in, I'm guessing.
Yes, which is actually, that's what's the most appealing film for me. This film me was being unique.
Yeah.
Having just superheroes in a facility, afraid they might kill people in there, so this nice doctor can like kill them from their disease.
Gotcha. You say that this has had multiple delays, so was it meant to come out a long time ago? When was it really?
Yeah, like probably in 2018 or 2019.
So
but
when
they
was
got pushed back because of probably bad management.
Right.
Like how everything is going on. And
again, all the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the first trailer, I do remember the first trailer, it's like promoted like a really like horror movie. Horror film. Which you probably must have seen it yourself. Haven't seen on YouTube yet. And I think we have to wait for like an entire year, as in like last year, to get the second trailer out.
Wow.
But which is still have like this horror tone. The NCU magic in there. But still, a horror film in tone.
Excellent. I was just thinking, I'm so sick of we must save the whole galaxy from, like, that must be so exhausting to have those kind of plots running through a film. Just make it about a bunch of scared kids who are being tortured and they have to escape. You know, it's a very simple plot in that regard.
But I think the only hope you get something like this, well, by now, is either Netflix with the Umbrella Academy and all the other ones, or with WBC.
Stranger Things, Umbrella Academy, The Boys, they had that bit with the facility.
Yeah,
you know. So a lot of this is being done. And I feel bad for New Mutants. If it was supposed to have been released before all of these other programs, but it's come out at the same time, it just looks like the same idea.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. But also I think it might affect the film, people's memories of this film, as in people of this film, because probably people's memories will probably be like blank out their minds because it's been delayed so long.
Yeah.
They're like, definitely before the pandemic happened. So they decided, you know what, we can't wait any longer. Let's streamed it out right. Which is meant to come out. I do remember it meant to come out streamlined on August 28th. On Amazon, that didn't come. But now I finally saw it.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. The fans only have so much patience. And if you put out trailers and you go, coming soon, and then you don't release it soon, they're just not going to give you the time. So I'm glad that you've seen it, Ryan. I've heard about it for ages, and I can appreciate that builds the hype as well, you know.
Oh, yeah. But also the last one I will probably say is it's definitely disappointing to see none of these characters going to be in the MCU.
Right, so this could have been a good contact.
Because I believe some of these ones can work in the confines of the MCU, but also at the same time, I think the actors themselves will probably be like, no, thank you. Thank you. I'd just like to see definitely like Maisie Williams with she's now back in the UK, probably. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
And Hannah Taylor-Joy. It's actually the most curious character out of the bunch. And I enjoy Maisie Williams in this.
Had you watched Game of Thrones?
Oh, no, but I heard of it.
Yeah.
The images of that. And
so this is the first thing you saw her in?
Yeah, and also I've seen her in Sky One program, dark comedy program with called 2 Weeks to Live.
Okay.
Yeah, which she definitely got like that talent.
She seems to be like Christina Ricci or so. She seems to be like a goth actor. You know, she does these kind of pale-faced, morbid stories. Yeah. Game of Thrones is all about that. Everyone's pale and miserable and everyone's dying.
But also for talent.
Say again.
But also for talent.
Brilliant. No, that's again, I'm really pleased to see young actors break away from the thing that established them, the franchise. Yeah. Because it's really sad if they end up being nothing but. Speaking of, Ryan, I just want to do a quick mention. Sad news yesterday. David Prowse, who played Darth Vader, passed away. Yeah, but it was so sweet to see all the tributes from George Lucas to all the actors, Billy D. Williams.
Which is definitely well deserved.
Absolutely, because it made me think about, as I was reading, the physicality of Vader is the acting. James Earl Jones' voice is great, but if he didn't stand and do his finger the way he does, it wouldn't be Darth Vader without his acting. So physical acting is great. And he did like the fan circuit for like 40 years. And I'm sure he did other things, but that's all he was really famous for. So I'm glad that Maisie Williams is doing other things. She's good in other things.
That's great. But for me, I thought this film,
Yep.
This one was all right.
Yep.
Not nothing special, but all right.
Question, is it a sequel to Logan? Does it connect?
No, I think it's, to be honest, I think it's the last, like the bit when I said it's this horror version, the last remain of the 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
Of the X-Men universe.
I understand now. So it's the last time that 20th Century Fox are putting out a title with mutants or X-Men related.
Yeah, which is Dark Phoenix last year.
Yeah.
Was my worst film of the year. But I put this one right up next to I can't remember the last one. Never mind. So yeah, I'll bring that. This is the second occasion which I'll bring Darth Phoenix and this one. Well, actually, no, I take that back with Darth Phoenix on the fans.
Right.
As in what I meant about the fans, as in like them like already like without before actually seeing that film, they immediately just made up their mind. Oh, don't worry, soon this is gonna be back with Marvel a couple of years.
Right.
Just this film, which is like this is what fandom has come to now.
Just undermining the whole effort. Yeah, just because it's very childish. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think that's a shame for everyone.
Yeah, it would be. Give it a chance.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Shame as you as a human being. And shame for everyone's hard work.
Very good. Yeah. Good moralizing, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you very much. But I think this is my recommendation. As in, like, I don't put down here regularly, but I want to leave off with this. Is that it's up to you to decide to recommend this film for yourself.
Okay, so Ryan is not saying definitely watch this, but if you are interested, if you want to know yourself, you have to watch it.
Because probably a lot of people has gone off it, really.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the first X-Men film, kind of. I wasn't a huge fan of that even, but I've not seen any of them since. And I'm impressed that it's had such a long, 20 years, you know.
Don't know. Oh, yeah, and this is what I do now with my blogs.
Yeah.
I put these little hashtags on it.
Ryan's added some hashtags for what he'd like this to be a talking point on.
Well, yeah, and also I've been looking at this on Twitter for a long time now. And I think those hashtags that people post like them all the time now.
Yeah.
I think it's a regular thing of like a similar reason to keep them in the talking point. Talking when they like trending, like hashtag New Mutants that is trending on Twitter.
Do you tweet your reviews? I know you do sometimes.
Yes. I think what done was this new one. I think what they do is when I post my blog, it's automatically already on Twitter.
Oh, fantastic! You got it linked up. I was going to say,
boom. There
yeah. I don't know if WordPress uses hashtags the way that Twitter, Facebook, Instagram do, because they are social media. WordPress is kind of a social media platform, but not in the same way. So I don't know if your hashtags will work in the same way in WordPress, but make sure you add them to your tweet. Maybe if you go to your tweet, if it automatically tweets, edit, then add the hashtags into your tweet, just to make sure that it's part of the trend.
Oh, yeah, probably I will do that. And a lot of my aunties are probably doing that already for me.
Brilliant.
Because there's nothing to do a lot of the time.
We're all here for you. And the more people
we all sat at home.
That's right. Keep the aunties posting.
Yeah, so I just want to point that out.
Oh, so New Mutants, it's a mixed bag. Ryan says to watch it if you're really keen to know how 20th Century Fox finishes their Mutants franchise, but it's not the best.
last 20 years.
Yeah.
But I can imagine people won't be remembering this one in the next 10 years' time.
Probably I would be more interested in watching Logan first, which I still haven't done. But then if I feel like I need more mutants, there's this one.
Yeah, or if you're curious, you'll probably be looking forward to, probably don't really care about this film because you'll be looking forward to the X-Men in the MCU at some point.
But that is happening. X-Men are going to enter the MCU.
Yeah, some point they will.
It's lucrative.
I don't know if they have the contract obligations from the old X-Men cast, or they can just say, yeah, guess what? You're cameoing for 5 minutes and you'll be gone again.
I can see now, Ryan, there's going to be an endless stream of people playing Wolverine the way that people played Batman. Like Hugh Jackman will get replaced in people's imagination eventually because they're just recasting Wolverine forever and ever.
Yeah, I'll see what like me trying to which never happened in my life. But I can see what's going there.
Yeah, so, well, we'll see. Because I was just going to say, it's called New Mutant. I actually quite like the idea of this being the last ever Mutants film. If they call it New Mutants, it suggests they're setting up new characters. But just let the imagination do the rest after that. But,
exactly.
No, they can't help themselves. They're going to make lots more films and lots more money.
Yeah, pretty much. Right, so our final thing we're going to discuss today is we haven't done this in a long while, which is one of their video games.
Okay.
Marvel's Avengers.
Let's see what comes up.
Which is way up the top.
PS4.
Yeah, Marvel's Avengers.
Ryan is excited for this game. So a lot of information at the top of Ryan's review for the developers, the publishers, the programmers, the artists. Bless you, Ryan, because I feel like the people that make games don't get this kind of credit. So well done for
Thank you so much.
These people will be chuffed that their names are front and center. The plot: with the world in peril once more, Pakistani-American teenager and inhuman Kamala Khan uncovers both her new superpowers and a shocking conspiracy regarding AIM. She embarks on a quest to reassemble Earth's mightiest heroes, avenge Captain America's death, and uncover the true culprit behind the A-Day incident. The game is action role-playing brawler experience, and it was average. In the pros, Ryan says each character knows how they played definitely to play as. The standout character of this game to me was Kamala Khan. You will be exploring the SHIELD helicarrier more willingly, and some of the side quests are a joy to explore and kick ass. In the cons, the criticism from this game might affect loads of Avengers fans from buying this game. There's so many glitches and areas that did affect my gameplay experience. The main campaign ended too shortly. It's stupid to keep on buying extra costumes, upgrades, and more stuff with your money instead of getting all the new stuff for free, and the advertisement failed this game. Interesting, Ryan. Pick up that if you want. Anyway.
Yeah, thank you. When he said A-Day, I think it means Avengers Day.
Got you, yeah.
That's all you ever played the game, like online or anything?
No.
Okay, right. I haven't played online either.
Mm-hmm.
It's like basically the easiest story that you could think of when it comes to the Avengers, which is after a serious incident on the West Coast.
Yep.
Yeah, and they forced the Avengers to disassemble itself, definitely after that 8-day incident.
I know they do time travel and stuff, Ryan. I'm already guessing that's potentially what happens. But if it says Captain America is dead,
oh yeah, that's a major spoiler. If you actually, to be honest, the trailers are already spoiled already. I've run the trailers for that.
It's like there he is, though. He's front and center. It would be interesting if he was dead, but he's clearly not, because there he is.
Yeah, but you know they're not gonna kill him off straight away. Because he's the actor, not the team.
Yeah, well, this is what frustrates me, Ryan. You were telling me about Chris Evans had already signed up for the last 2 or 3 Avengers movies when you were talking to me about this years ago. And I was saying, but wait a minute, that means that he's not in any peril. Like, the current film he's in, there's no risk to his life because the actor playing him has already signed up for another 2 or 3 films. And I just thought,
again,
every time someone shoots at him, there's no risk to his life. You know that he's not going to get injured. So that's really boring to me.
Well, again, I think I'll blame it on the people of listening too much information about these things.
I'm one of the angry fans now, Ryan. They can't be killing their character and just bringing them back to life. That's a mockery of what it is to be in peril, It just...
Well, I get where you're coming from with
Sorry,
that.
I'll stop
now. No, that's good. That's fine. I get where you're coming from, but to me, I think that does have a comic book all the time.
Of course, kids stuff.
They kill off my characters. Not some reason, they always bring them back.
At the end, like G.I. Joe, the movie, had that happen. The main guy's killed horribly, and then he's just brought back to life. And you're like...
Yeah, like sample, the way the pro wrestling bring back their characters all the time.
Yeah.
They get injured all the time, and probably these days, most of them probably just stay home. So just retire from the sports already as a whole, or they just surprisingly come back
It's like a kid playing with the toys, a very small child going, "You're dead, and back alive again, you're dead." And it's like,
you broke it. You broke the person's leg, and little children cry and say, "I want another one."
No, I used to have He-Man figures with no arms and legs. I still kept them. I was like that kid in the first Toy Story.
I got some of the recent ones, which they are really well polished.
Brilliant, yeah. And if they do break, you can buy a new one. But if you kill a character in a movie that you're potentially taking serious, and then they're just magically brought back to life again, then nothing means anything. Again, I'm thinking about this too much.
Yes, you probably will.
Yeah.
But this game is more like Colin's point of view.
I like that, yeah. So she's a new character invented for the game, and you're playing her, but she's collecting all the superheroes.
Yeah, well, trying to be like the spirit of hope of bringing everyone back together to take down AIM.
Yeah, they're all a bit despondent, are they? They're all busy.
Like everyone is like after a day,
Yeah.
which is basically after the death of Captain America. Without their leader, there's no Avengers.
Okay.
They go separate ways. Iron Man and Cruz are probably living out like in a camper van. The Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk is like being emo.
Right.
Thor is probably back in Asgard or just getting a normal job. Black Widow being a super spy, just spying about the incident herself. And Captain America is just dead.
So Black Widow is carrying the torch, but everyone else is moping around. And in the game, do you have like different stages where you get each different character? You know, like level 1 is you get the Hulk, level 2.
First off, it starts with instant, and then it cut into tomorrow trying to like work out the security, trying to work out how the Avengers have been framed.
Right.
Yes. So they've been framed by AIM, and the bits in the world that AIM are the good guys. In reality, they are not.
Who are AIM?
Oh, I think they are like the main adversaries for the Avengers in this game.
Are they like Hydra? Are they just an organization of bad?
Well, yeah, they like Hydra, like baddies. Yes, indeed. There's no mention for Hydra in this game at all.
No mention of Hydra. Yeah.
No mention of the Master is Evil or anything else.
Okay.
Just AIM. So basically, like this is like in their own separate universe.
Yeah, and would you suggest, obviously, this game for fans of the Avengers, that you know the characters?
Yeah.
But someone like me who doesn't know what the initial plot synopsis is talking about, do I need to know about Avengers, the franchise, before I play this game, or can I just play the game?
Well, I think it depends, because you get some of those who probably like hate this game because like it's nothing as like they know from the comics or from the Marvel Avengers movies, or you just kill, or you're just the new people just only experiencing the Avengers from this game.
But it's possible to play the game. You don't need to have certain knowledge to solve.
Oh no.
Yeah, that would be a real failing if you had to know certain things about the franchise. Yeah.
Yeah, and also and work on it like the main like character, and all the other Avengers are like big characters, which actually work on actually the biggest standout character out of this game, more than anything else.
And does she have powers, or is she just?
Powers. Yeah, she basically like a super fan of the
Avengers.
Yes, but also like also the intelligent Miss. She gets like superpowers of like throughout the game you get test out like these abilities. Basically like Mr. Fantastic like powers, like stretchy powers. Stretch so much. Like you can like grow your hands big, like boom like robots, and they're all baddies like that.
So she's like a T-1000 or a Venom. Something.
Yeah, but everything else, all the other ones, they are exactly the same as what you were setting for the Avengers.
Well, again, that's the product, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, like Captain America, throw his mighty shield and take people down. The Incredible Hulk is the Incredible Hulk. Voice for Black Widow, and Iron Man is Iron Man.
But you don't play those characters?
Well, at the start, no, but with the game progresses, you will get a chance to play it.
Fantastic. Okay, so there's lots of characters to play. I presume there's lots of levels. I often judge a game on how long the gameplay lasts nowadays. So is it a very short game? Or does it take a long time?
Very short.
Okay.
It's like here we are, come on this journey to find the culprit, which is AIM, and trying to reassemble the Avengers back together to take down AIM to save the world once again.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Ryan, games are as big a production as movies nowadays. You got all the voice acting, all the animation, all the pics, all the attention to detail, and it must be hard to make a really long playing game now when you've got all that going on. Like it's a bit like making a film, whereby a film is only a 2-hour experience or 3-hour experience.
For example, like modern games I play, they look fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of the Final Fantasy franchise, like number 7 had 3 discs, and it took easily like 70 hours or more to finish the game if you were very good.
And I can think of ones like Marvel Spider-Man or Kingdom Hearts 3 or this game we were talking about.
Yeah, but I just wonder if you can finish it in like an afternoon, and if it's worth the 60 to 80 quid that it's going to cost you.
Yeah, or you had to give it a couple of days to finish it.
Fair enough.
Which took this game to me to get through it. Yeah, and the biggest flaw I think in this game, if you agree with this or not, is the amount of money you had to save to get on extra costumes and upgrades.
You were saying that was pointless. Yeah, there are people who will pay for that though. You know, it's like there are people
like
who are
me,
collectors.
I pay for season pass every time.
Yeah, if there's an option, people will buy it. So that's why they put that in there. But if you don't want to, you know, if you're happy with the characters looking how they do, great.
Yeah, but I'm talking about something like the amount of Destiny.
Okay.
Which you like had to like usually use money to, you know, like buy like little discs. Like you had to collect like 5,000 discs to order to get access to this costume, access to this new character upgrade, and that's a big pain. Other than just like in Marvel Spider-Man, I just get these new costumes for free.
Yeah, I suppose what they should do is release these things incrementally, but for free, because you've already spent money on the game. So they should give you top-ups to keep you interested, but not charge you money every stage.
Yeah, which is pretty much a pain in the arse to me.
It makes me feel like a kid getting an ice cream.
Property like the Avengers.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much got like every costume from each character in 80 years of Marvel's history.
But what's the harm in just bundling that with the game? For me, it's like giving a child an ice cream and then charging much money for the flake. You know, it's like, no, you just put it in there for free. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'll blame it more on the advertising as well. Because like the biggest one definitely, when they promised to have Spider-Man added to the game, which you actually play it, they don't. They just like, here you are, here's the game, play it.
I was going to do a Da Vinci Code thing and say, can we see Spider-Man? Is he hiding somewhere? But he's not in there.
No, but probably there's new characters like a Bishop, which is like the daughter of Hawkeye. I mean, your way in December 8th.
Gotcha. So Ryan has listed all the cast in the game and their voice acting credit.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of characters.
Oh, yeah. Most of them are the Avengers, AIM, Abomination, which barely wasn't used at all.
Mm-hmm.
And they used ones like the main adversary is, of course, AIM.
Yeah.
But also there's one called Murdoch. No Hydra, no Abomination, no Galactus, no Thanos. There's
Rupert Murdoch.
There's AIM and Murdoch.
Okay, he's an
only memory of Murdoch is his animated appearance.
Old and shriveled. What's he?
Yeah, with a big head, with a small body.
That makes sense to me.
You might give this is a fun game to play.
Yeah.
But I can imagine definitely for those who are fans of these characters, and I don't think this will be like something that people will remember anytime soon. Definitely when it loses 90% of viewership.
Yeah, okay, so the fans didn't rate it, and it's not going to be popularly spoken about by fans. It's probably going to get forgotten.
Yeah, and it's going to be depends if they want to spend their money on this game or not.
Yeah, well, obviously that's up to each individual, but Ryan gives this one 7 out of 10, so that's pros, but yeah, it's up to an individual if they want to try it out themselves. Yeah. Cool. Okay, Ryan.
Oh, thank you very much.
Cool. All right, mate. Good talking to you, and I'll see you on Monday.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.